Recently, Shawnee was visited by the top Japanese government official in Oklahoma and Texas. Invited by the Shawnee Economic Development Foundation, Japan's Consul General Osawa took a guided tour selling Shawnee and the benefits that Shawnee offers for Japanese companies to locate or expand operations here.
Shawnee is indeed fortunate to have two great liberal arts colleges in our community, and it's a tremendous marketing tool as an economic developer to be able to share that with people about what we have for educational opportunities in the community. Very fortunate in that realm. Today has been a unique day for me. This is my first opportunity to be with the Consul General and the Vice Consul, and I sincerely appreciate your coming to Shawnee and visiting us. They've probably heard my voice too much. My job is to sell Shawnee, so from the minute we picked them up to right now, I have continued to sell Shawnee and the opportunity, and I'll continue to do that until we leave them at the airport.
The people that came to visit with us were from Japan. It was the Consul General from Japan who had not been to Shawnee. He knew we had a business. He'd never been invited before, so we invited him to come take a look at our community. They had a great interest in the Native American tribes here. The Consul was here for a fact-finding mission more than anything else, and also to build a relationship. No different than the way businesses worked in America. We always say we always did it with a handshake. Not the rest of the world doesn't do it with a handshake. The rest of the world wants to start out with a personal relationship and know that they're going to be treated fairly on the other end and start that process. That's what we did when we asked the Consul General to come in, is to start that relationship and build that with them.
And thank you everyone for being here today. To the Consul General, konnichiwa. Watashi wa Nihongo o skoshi nashimasu. Demo mada jouzu jarimasen. Sumimasen, ima watashi wa eigo de manashimasu. I desu ka? Yes. Today we are honored to have with us Consul General Osawa. On behalf of the citizens of this community, it is my duty and my pleasure to welcome you to Shawnee, Oklahoma. I hope the short time you have spent here will give you a favorable impression of our citizens, our city, our ability to embrace a different culture, and our desire to strengthen the economic ties between Japan and Shawnee.
So what does that mean when you say international business? And why did these people come visit us? A lot of people aren't aware of the international connection that Shawnee has. Shawnee has a large manufacturer that's owned by the Swiss. Shawnee has a manufacturer that's owned by the Germans. Shawnee has a manufacturer that's owned by the Japanese. Shawnee has a large service company, one of the most recent economic development successes that took place in the last 5 years, and a company that's owned by people out of Canada. We have a company in Shawnee that manufactures a product that's almost exclusively used by another corporation that's owned by people from South Korea. Shawnee has a manufacturer that's owned by the Irish. And again, folks don't think about that because they drive by those places and say, oh, that's company X, or my brother works there, or my cousin works there. So they really don't pay a lot of attention to the global aspect of what's going on with that. Those companies are very well aware that, you know, the American economy, the U.S. economy, is literally the steam engine for the rest of the world. Do we want to attract capital investment? Absolutely. Do we care where it comes from? I personally don't care where it comes from. If we've got capital investment from the Irish and the Swiss and the Germans and the Japanese and the Koreans, I think that's a wonderful thing. So again, the more foreign direct investment we've got, the more diverse economy we've got, the better off we are, I think, as a community. That doesn't mean we shouldn't have totally owned U.S. companies. It means we should broaden our horizons and have a little more diverse background. The person that works in that plant could care less where the dollar comes from, as long as the dollar comes in their paycheck, so they can feed their family and they can buy their car, whatever they want to do.
It is my privilege and honor to introduce you to our distinguished guest. Let me tell you a little bit about his many accomplishments. In 1979, the Consul General graduated from the University of Tokyo with a bachelor's degree in economics, and he entered into his career with the Japanese Ministry of Foreign Affairs, where he then continued his education at Harvard University. You may have heard of that small school. He received a master's degree from the Graduate School of Arts and Sciences. During his following years with the Japanese Ministry of Foreign Affairs, he has been posted in positions in China, Switzerland, Hong Kong, South Korea, as well as many numerous extensive assignments with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Tokyo at a ministerial level. The postings included serving as the director of the Japanese Cabinet Satellite Intelligence Center, as the cabinet secretary, equivalent to an organization not unlike our own CIA. So he's been checking us out the whole time we've been checking him out. And that's good. We like it that way. He's also served as the Deputy Chief of Protocol for the Japanese Foreign Ministry. He's visiting Shawnee today as the Consul General, the Japanese Consulate General in Houston, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to Consul General Osawa.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for inviting us to this wonderful luncheon. I'm deeply honored to meet you all today. I'm also thank the City of Shawnee, the Shawnee Economic Development Foundation, and members of Sister City committees for making this visit possible. I consider myself very lucky because I'm able to visit the City of Shawnee on the 20th anniversary of the founding of Sister City relations between Shawnee and Nikako. I heartily congratulate you on 2 decades of fruitful cross-cultural exchanges. A number of exchange programs, such as middle school student exchanges, have been planned and implemented for many years, and I hope such activities will continue in the future. Next month, students from Nikako are planning to visit your city, and I understand that many people in Shawnee have taken great efforts in arranging their stay here. I truly appreciate the good work you have done. Our office, as well as Honorary Consul General Mr. Hardy, would be glad to help you. So please feel free to contact us when our support is needed. We are very thankful to Mayor Peterson and the members of the Sister City committees for their deep understanding and hard work in planning and implementing the exchange programs between Nikako and Shawnee. Through our exchange programs, we would like to promote world peace, global understanding, and the healthy development of our young people. I also hope that the relation between Nikako and Shawnee will be further deepened. Thank you very much.
Shawnee hosts a number of very important people who come to check out our business landscape and the possibilities that may exist for their companies to expand or newly locate here. I hope this report has helped us understand a little better why these visits are so very important for all of us. I'm Daniel Shaughnessy, and this has been your City Report.